Yo, podcasters, this is About the Business, where we talk about entrepreneurship, community development, growth, and that thing that we all need to know about, the money game. So let's get to it.
Uh-huh. Okay, we in here. All right. Welcome. Thomas, thanks for having me. It's gonna say that the whole time, but it's gonna continue to be live either way.
You straight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get into this. What's up, everybody? YouTube, podcast world. It's your boy, Thomas B. Y'all know what it is. This is About the Business, and I have here with me a special guest. Y'all know I'll be trying to bring some of the entrepreneurs, some of the just people that I know, people that I see on Facebook that's doing their thing. I try to bring them on so we can get the word out there. We need to have more entrepreneurs out there, man, that's actually doing something. So I have here with me a special guest, Gwen.
Hi,
You know.
I'm Gwen.
She a professional massage therapist.
I am.
I thought about going into that field before, but man, life just went on.
Hey, look, I had to. It called me out, so I answered the call to be a therapist.
That's what's up.
What, 7 years ago? 7 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've been doing your thing for a long time.
Yeah, I actually love it. That's what makes the difference between that and the other jobs that I had. So finding a career, it really changed my life 7 years ago. And forever to go, because I don't think I'm going to do anything else besides podcasting.
For sure.
And massage therapy is really my avenues that I'm focused on.
For sure. Well, you know, since we gone ahead and hopped on into this, go ahead and tell the listeners, the viewers, a little bit about yourself, what you do, you know, give them a rundown.
Well, sure. My name is Gwen again. I'm a therapist first and foremost, the licensed massage therapist, licensed in Illinois as well as Missouri. I'm out here changing the world one therapeutic touch at a time, is what I say. I think I'm the best hands in the land. Okay, that's me souping me up. But other than that, I'm an entrepreneur, first generation entrepreneur in massage therapy as well as podcasting. I see myself doing a lot in life, and it starts with helping people, and that's what I kind of love to do. I actually love helping people, whether it's them talking to me on podcast or listening to me in podcasting or in my sessions. You know, everything is, of course, confidential, but it's always nice to be able to help somebody in ways that only God knows.
Right.
You know. So that's a little bit of me in a nutshell.
That's what's up. So what made you get into the massage therapy type of deal?
Thought I was grown, out here tripping, and my body got my attention.
Right.
And while recuperating, I was on the couch. That Everest commercial came on. Shout out to Everest College. I attended Everest College, and that changed my life. They talked bad about me on that commercial. And I was like, let me get up out of. I am on this couch, not doing nothing with my life. I am just wasting away, you know. And they caught my attention, and I called their number, and I always had in mind to have my own business. And they said I could have my own business potentially as being a therapist, and that was the only option. So I took it, and I've always been good with my hands, so I put it to good use, and you know, help the world heal.
That's what's up. I need to go ahead and book a session. I know we trying to get that together a little bit. Well, I'm gonna get. Cause my wife, she really need a massage, and I've been trying to get her in there for a minute.
Okay.
But
it can happen.
But yeah, I know.
Good time.
I don't know. You want me to put it out there now about your new spot?
Yeah, you can put it out there.
Okay.
Go ahead, sure.
See you got your new spot, and man, I'm happy for you.
Thank
I
you,
see
I
you doing your
appreciate
thing on Facebook, got your pictures going, little videos going.
I'm trying.
Man, that's what's up.
They say baby steps count. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
You hit a giant leap. That's
that what it look like?
Yeah,
that's what's up.
That's a whole lot better than a lot of people that I know.
Yeah.
Like, especially in the massage field. Like me and my wife went out of town about last month, I think. It was last month sometime, but maybe a little bit after, before that, I mean. And we got a couples massage, and the people that, like, they was horrible. Like, my wife was not happy. We spent like,
dang.
almost like $200 on a couple's massage, and she was not happy.
She wasn't happy.
It was like she told
I'm
him
sorry.
to like not go so deep. Her dude was like he was trying to drill into her back, and he told her not, that like he can loosen up. He loosened up for a little bit, but then it just went right back at it. Like she got out of that feeling
Oh
real
no,
bad.
you have an option. If anybody doesn't know out there professionally, you have an option to say that you're ready to end the session. That is your session to say, yo, no, I'm not feeling it. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be. It's nothing against the therapist.
Right.
We understand that, but you can always have the option to say, I would like to end my session.
Right.
She could have very well said that. You could have said it, whatever, like, yeah, we good, and it would have been okay. You get your money back to something that could have been rectified. That wasn't professional, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm most definitely gonna let her know because I think that was her. That's the first time we had a massage like that wasn't too good. Like,
your first experience to be the worst experience.
Yeah, she had a massage before, but like that was the first bad experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't like that. We was out of town. We was trying to enjoy ourselves, and that was for our for her little birthday getaway type of massage.
Yeah, then jacked her up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry.
But it is what it is. But I'm gonna have to book a one with you.
Yes, the best.
You doing your thing.
I'm trying. She can spread the word. Be like, y'all, it's terrible. It's my first one or my recent experience with it. I vouch for that.
That's what's up.
I make it a comfortable experience.
Right.
She has the right to say no. Anybody does.
For sure.
Anybody out there getting a massage, you have the option to say, I want to stop.
For sure. So do you do couples massage and stuff like that?
We do. I am in collaboration with Beautiful Touch LLC as well. So we do have couples. Shout out to the gang out here. We doing our thing.
So what about groups? Do you do groups?
We can. That could be discussed.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yep. Inquire for the details. Anybody out there?
So would you mind giving viewers, listeners, just a couple prices?
Well, when we starting out with couples, we doing $60 an hour.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you just an hour, $60.
Oh, that dang. Hey, if y'all don't book a massage, I don't know what's up with y'all because I done called so many massage places. If you want an hour, you paying at least about $100 and something.
Yeah.
Like I was just looking for one recently. I just go down the list. I'm calling all of them. None of them either open, not ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
We can accommodate you.
Hey, if y'all don't get y'all a massage, I don't know what's wrong with y'all for real. But yeah. So where do you see your profession? Where do you see that taking you in like the next couple years? Like,
well, so far it's taken me to meet different people in different places. Higher places. That's kind of where I want to go with it. I want to go higher with whether it's sports teams, Olympic teams, and still the people, of course, because they're still people.
Right.
But if I were to choose per se, it would be in a sports arena somewhere.
Okay.
Somebody needs some help, some on bio, somebody. Hey, anybody out there that might be a professional athlete, and even an upcoming athlete. It doesn't matter. The beginners matter too. I want to be a part of the journey of helping people. Get their muscles in their bodies to a different performance.
So is that your, I guess your end game? Because like I know maybe now you just do a little bit of everybody, but when you get like real big, you getting clients that say, well, I'm not paying you no less than $200, $300 a pop. Or you gonna still like?
Yes.
Come back? Okay.
Dimes matter. All dimes matter.
You see what I'm saying?
They all matter. I'm trying to build an empire, and it's gonna take some coins. So come off.
That's what's
deposit required. It don't matter who you are. No matter what you got.
So
Deposit is required. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta get a deposit because when you have a business, what a lot of people don't understand, when you have a business, it takes a lot of time, effort, a lot of yourself going put into a business.
Yes.
So like if you say you're not gonna do a deposit, somebody may say, well, book me for 4:00. And then you got 5 other people that say, well, I want to get booked for 5:00 too. But then you tell them you can't get them because of you already have one book. But then they end up canceling. You missed out on all the other people that could have been in that spot. So like that putting in time, man. Like you have to start doing like a deposit.
Yes, time is money and money is time.
That's
and
right.
effort. Yes.
So if you all doing anything in the field where you have to get people money or whatnot, and they taking up your time, and then they end up playing and canceling, then you missing out on money. Make sure you start getting a deposit because
We need them deposits.
for sure. Yeah.
We need them.
She right there fixing her cameras, you know, cause she on live.
I'm on live here.
Man, I've been trying to get live on on YouTube for a minute.
Really? It took me like what 11 some years,
Yeah.
double digits of years to
Man.
get
I
that
hope,
established.
I hope it don't take me that long, cause I got a lot of dreams and I really want to get the message out there. I really want to.
You already are though, bro. You got it. You doing it.
See?
You out here.
Yeah.
You know, it's all it started was this networking. That's all I did. I just started betting on myself
That's
and
what's up.
reaching out to people just like you have. And I
Mhm.
appreciate you for reaching out,
For
because that's
sure.
where it gets you to other places and different
Mhm.
people. Because you gotta take risks. That's
Yeah.
what it's really about. And you doing it. You got your studio. Shout out to you doing your thing. Okay, building the foundation. Okay.
For sure.
Yes, Squeaky Clean
Yeah.
LLC and everything else you got going on.
Yeah, I'm trying.
What?
I gotta do some of East St. Louis, man. I love East St. Louis. I
Me too.
love where I stay at. I love the people down here, and I just want the best for this city, for my family, and the people that may have left the city and curved, but that just felt like, well, you know, it's no hope. And I just want to bring hope back. I want people to know that, like, you know, put in that hard work. Don't wait on people to do stuff for you, government, and wait for some type of Superman to come save you.
Please don't.
Just go ahead and make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's why I'm doing all that I'm doing. I'm building the foundation. I'm building what it takes to make this happen. And shoot, people like Gwen, you know, I appreciate her because, you know, I don't even know sometimes. People be like, shoot, she can shout your business out on her podcast. She got my podcast on her podcast, you know, putting my messages out there. You know, and I appreciate stuff like that because if you all don't know, if you think that, man, I have to do all this, I have to put all this money in trying to support people.
Mhm.
Sometimes all you have to do to support is just click like.
Yeah.
Share the post.
One sure.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally,
Just
yeah.
mention what's going on with somebody that's doing something, you know, that's positive.
Yes.
So, you know, I
Yes.
appreciate her, yeah.
I appreciate you, man, doing your thing.
For sure.
That's
for
what it's
sure.
gonna take. It's gonna take us to make a difference for our youth to see that it's possible. It don't have to be the average jobs that people are doing. And shout out to the people who do have average jobs, but it's gonna take a little bit more creativity for you to do something that you love and to actually embellish on your talents and your gifts.
Mhm.
So it's up to you to do it. You know what I mean? And you can't complain about it. You can, but that won't change anything. But what can change something is you taking that initiative or that action to do whatever it is that you so see fit to do to change your community. However it seems to you, you can change whatever it is that you don't like. I believe if you just take that self initiative, and that's why I talk about investing in yourself. Because if you don't invest in you, don't expect nobody else to, and that goes to your community as well. So teach your children now that it's okay to have gifts, it's okay to have trades, it's okay to have knowledge. It's absolutely okay to be cool and smart at the same time.
That's right.
And a lot of that isn't pushed in society, so you got to do that. That starts at home anyway. So for your community to start to change, or for the mindset of people to change, it takes self-reflection and some accountability, some responsibility, some sacrifices, some loss of sleep. Yep, whole lot of loss of sleep.
For sure.
You know, but it's all into the game of winning. You trying to win out here. You trying to set up something for the future generations that's right behind you, that's looking at you and depending on you, whether you like it or know it or not. They are.
That's right. And that's why I have people that's on the podcast, the people that come on this podcast. That's why I like having entrepreneurs and having different people with different experience, because everybody that I have on here, they actually went through something and they did it and became what they are. You know,
Yes.
she done went through what she went through, and she done put in the work, going to school, going to wherever she did, and now she a professional massage therapist. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So she's not just talking. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, that's all they do. They just yap off at the mouth,
Yeah.
talk.
I used to be a talker. I had to put it to action. I was like, I'm sick of this.
I said the same thing.
I'm
I think
sick of this.
everybody that get to our positions, where like you're an entrepreneur or
Mhm.
you have something, like at some point you had to say like, forget the excuses. Like
Yeah.
that's why I post on my Facebook all the time. I have a little quote: "Kill the excuses before the excuses kill you."
Ooh.
Because
You
you know
better
what I'm saying.
coin that. I like
If
that.
you don't kill the excuses, man, the excuses will kill you for
I
real.
like
For
that.
real.
I like that.
So that's what it is, man. That's what it takes.
That's a powerful
So,
message.
let me get back into these questions, though,
Well,
man.
hit me.
So,
Hit me.
why do you do what you do? Like, what's your reason why? I don't know if you listen to Eric Thomas any
I've heard
other.
of Eric Thomas.
Eric Thomas. If you haven't heard of him, you have to listen to him.
Yeah.
You have to. Like,
I'll check him out.
he one of the like literally he one of the
Motivational speakers?
best motivational speakers. They actually named him one of the best motivational
Come
speakers.
on, yes.
Yeah.
All
And,
right.
and you know he's a black man, got that melanin in his skin, you know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, you gotta check him out. That's matter of fact, him and a couple other motivational speakers.
Okay.
I was it's been probably like 4 or 5 years ago. Like I was at work one day and like I started thinking about my life. I started like, man, what do I have? Like what do I possess that's mine?
Mhm.
And I started just going over my life. I stay in an apartment that's somebody else. I stay in the car that I have, if I stop paying the car note, then it's somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I start going over my life. Do I have any furniture that is mine? At the time I think I had maybe rent a center. I don't think it was some place that I was paying on the furniture.
Yeah.
So everything that I had, I was going over my life, was mine of actual some value. Like if I wanted to go to the pawn shop and pawn it and get some value for it,
Mhm.
I couldn't think of nothing. Like I was like, man, it's crazy that a lot of us in our community, like we don't think like that because we don't really have a lot of stuff. Like in our community, like we may have Jordans or whatever,
Yeah.
but that's probably the most value that you have.
Kind of a value thing.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So I started thinking, I'm like, man, I need to start building me some value. So I started listening to people that could help me change my mind frame because I was on that blaming the world for where I'm at in life. You know what I'm saying? So I just started thinking, I'm like, man, I gotta change my mind frame. Somebody sent me a video, and in that video, you know, YouTube got that little algorithm. If you watch one motivational video, all of them come. So I got hipped on to Eric Thomas, and he did this one speech. If you look it up, that's one of his most powerful speech. He said if you want to breathe as bad, he said if you want to live as I don't want to mess up the quote. Yeah, he said if you want to live, I think he said live. If you want to live as bad as you want to breathe, I forget the rest of the quote, but it was like one of the most powerful things I ever heard at the time when I heard it.
Mhm.
I think he gave a lot of demonstration. He gave the little like movement. He did everything with it. And I'm like, man, it was powerful. And I was like, man, maybe I need to be the motivational speaker.
And you are.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But I looked at him and I started listening to what he was saying and was just motivating me to get out of that mind frame of thinking that if everybody else fault, you know, and start looking at myself and start paying attention to what I need to do to change and to get to where I want to get. But where I was getting to with all that, he had one speech that talk about what's your why. Like, why do you do what you do? Like, why do you wake up in the morning and work as hard as you work? I don't know how long it takes to be a massage therapist, but I know it had to take some time.
It took a whole lot of brain power and time. It sure did. 9 months or 2 years of accelerated information I had to obtain and gain and learn. Why? Why do I do what I do?
Right.
Why do I do what I do? Let's see. I say because I want my nieces, my nephews, my little people that's watching me to know that it's okay to help other people.
That's right.
So it's okay to be human enough and genuine enough to care for another person to wipe their feet, to rub their back, to rub their head, you know, because in the times that we are in now, it's so weird, you know what I mean? And I mean, even before the pandemic happened, it was just like a lot of us have forgotten what human touch, and how healing and how powerful that is, and therapeutic it can be, and I mean that in the most knowledgeable way of good touch, you know. It's a difference between good touch and bad touch. That's a good thing. It's such thing as good intention and bad intention. So I do it because I have good intentions to help heal other people, or help heal other people, because I'm not doing the work. It takes two. You know what I mean? You gotta want to receive that massage or that healing or that relief, or to feel comfortable enough to express whatever it is that's going on with you, or just to sit in silence. Who can you sit in silence with in your life right now besides your wife and your kids? You know what I'm saying? If a perfect stranger takes out their time to help and care for you, I think that is a dynamic way to give back.
That's right.
That's why I think that's an answer for you. That's why I do it.
And then I think that's like with people that get into like doing business or doing whatever they doing, and they actually have a purpose behind it. I think that's what they get out of it. Like, they don't really get into the field necessarily only for themselves. You know, they do it for the service of other people, and for that. For their, like you said, your nieces and nephews. Like, if somebody asked me my reason why, I would tell them almost the same thing that you said. Different people. My wife, my two sons, and my community. The people that around me. The people that that may be looking at my life and can see something out of me. And my wife, them, and other people, they tell me, like, why you working so hard? Like, when other people at work, like, they don't like me too much at work anyway. I'll be making them look silly because, hey, I got a wife and 2 kids to feed. I ain't got time to be complaining about overtime. Like, give me the money.
Give me that. Stand here.
I need all the money. You know what I'm saying? My money, and I want it now.
Listen, look, I get on the clock. Yes, sir. You will.
All of it. But they be in there whining, complaining about working overtime. I'm like, I ain't never seen a bunch of men whine about making money. I've never seen it in my life.
Hey, that's different. That's a different time we in.
Hey, I do it because I want my nieces and nephews. I want the people that look at my life and people that see me working hard and put in the work. I want them to see that this is what it takes. Like, you can't just sit around thinking that life is just gonna change for the better for you if you ain't doing nothing to help it change.
It's gonna fall into your lap and snap your fingers. It's gonna happen. Not so. Maybe.
But yeah, man, that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
For sure.
You know, I think that makes a difference. Whereas people nowadays, you see a lot of people in their professions, they don't love what they do, and so that impacts their bodies, and it makes them feel uneasy, tense, anxiety is high, suicide is high, sleep apnea is high. You got so many things that's going on in the body, and we're not putting 2 and 2 together.
That's right.
You know, so you're doing something, you're going to work for somebody every day, and you don't love nothing about what you're doing. You don't think your body receives that in a way? You don't think your body wakes up like, ugh? It wake up before you do. It's like, damn, we gotta do this. I don't even like doing this. So how do you think your body's gonna flourish and grow and be healthy and heal and you feel okay? You don't like what you're doing. Examine something. Examine things like your life and the things that you choose to indulge in. We all have things that we could be doing better at. Look at it and just fix it. You know what I'm saying? Daily doses of doing something better for yourself.
That's right, and that's why I push so hard on entrepreneurship. Like, I think that people don't think about entrepreneurship in the way that they need to, because if they did, then like you'll see a change. Like I still work a job. I work a 9 to 5, but it's really not a 9 to 5. It's a 6 to 5 because I work almost 10 to 12 hours every day. But my job it's okay. But I don't work my job to see it as being the end goal. I work my job, I work it, and it is what it is. But this business that I have, the empire that I'm building, that's what I love to do. Like that's what really, get my juices flowing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what I love to do. And I like what you said, like people do jobs that they don't love, and it plays a toll on your body.
Yeah.
And I think entrepreneurship, and that is one way that you can enjoy what you do, because you can turn almost anything into.
I was watching a show today.
Man.
A man was eating. Okay, the eating shows.
Right.
This black man, I'm proud of him. I don't know his name. I seen it, and I was just like, okay, you can get paid to have a show to eat other people's food.
Man.
They pay you to eat their food. You go travel the world and get paid to travel the world, eat their food. Oh, okay, boom, a job. It's lovely. Do it.
I need to do
Find
that.
it. Find whatever it is that you love to do. What hell, it could be just selling computers or whatever it is.
Man,
that you
almost
do.
anything.
Yeah.
You can literally, and this is what I'm pushing, and this is what I have been pushing, and this is what I'm going to be even pushing even more. That everybody need to get an LLC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you got an LLC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but you say you do have an LLC. Yeah, that's perfect.
You have
because a lot of people don't know that if you don't have an LLC, you leave yourself open to a whole lot of liability.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about this the other day.
Protection.
I was thinking about, like it says, I don't want to put his business out there, but it's this guy that got a little clothing brand, and I don't know if he like legally got the clothing brand, like he actually did the LLC, but just check this scenario out. Say he didn't have a LLC or had his clothing brand LLC or protected. Then what I can do, and companies do this all the time, what I can do, I can legally take his name and I can sue him for using what he been using for years on his clothes. Like he can't make his clothes no more because now I done legally turn your stuff into a LLC, and now that's my business now. Now people may not want to shop with me because they know what I did.
Yeah.
And he'll be mad, but I can legally do that.
Yeah.
But people are doing that, and that's why I'm pushing get yourself LLC.
It's all up. You covered while you
Get
can.
yourself LLC. Like at Missouri to get LLC in Missouri is $50. That's what? 4 pairs of J's? Like stop buying J's. I mean, if you have to wear the J's, wear your little J. That's cool. Wear your little J.
Something better than J's.
You know what I'm saying? Invest in your LLC, man. Invest in yourself, because, like she said, you turn anything.
Anything.
Man, it's this guy I watch on YouTube. He a travel vlogger, and they actually pay him to go sleep in. I looked up one of his hotels. He told me he said the name of the hotel, and I looked it up. You know how much it was to stay in the hotel for one night?
What?
$4,000 to stay in the hotel for one night.
And they
let him stay in there for like weeks.
That's what I'm saying. That promotion, they trying to get that's the plug.
And he got millions of subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So you can say, well, I want to travel. You can get your phone, the phone that you call on every day. You can just start your YouTube page, which is free.
Yeah.
And go on YouTube. Oh, I'm at this hotel. I like this hotel. It's this and that.
Reviews.
And people looking at that, and people would say, okay, well, I heard about this from this YouTuber.
Yeah.
And then after your name gets so popular, then
start trending.
You know what I'm saying? Then they gonna be like, well, shoot, let me sponsor you. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it takes.
Man, people don't know the power of getting an LLC.
That's it.
And that's what I'm trying to push, man.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, you got yourself covered, I'm glad you got yourself taken care of.
I'm trying to get one from a podcast eventually. That's exactly
sure.
what I want to do.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think they do theirs do a sole proprietorship under their podcast. But I'm going to get all my LLC and put it on a corporation umbrella.
Ooh, big moves. Do it.
I mean, should we spend that type of money on J's?
Everything
you know
else.
What I'm saying?
Everything else.
You have to, somebody can.
Everything.
I just don't want to happen to me where I know that happened to other people. Like my homeboy when we was in. This is literally the first dude that I ever seen selling t-shirts, putting his own design on it, and it was booming. Like he was making good money selling t-shirts for $20. I think we was in high school or middle school or something like that. And he was making good money doing it. but I don't think he ever got his stuff LLC, and it kind of died out because other people started picking up doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I wish he would have got. I told him that if he don't do it, I'm gonna steal it from him.
Somebody beat you to it. Somebody said swipe.
I was playing with him, but man, I should have did it for real because like,
dang, could have been booming.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It was booming. I'm talking about on so many people paid. This went I think when what was that? MySpace was popping.
Throwback.
MySpace was
down. Never know MySpace now.
Yeah, man. But yeah, for sure, man. I tell everybody get your LLC podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Find out what you want to do. And just do it, man. And I'm glad
Look up your state requirements. You can find that out on the state board. Secretary of State sure can help you out.
For sure.
Yeah, get you established. Man. Get established now.
But yeah, I mean, we talked about your massage therapy, but we ain't even talked about your podcast.
Oh.
How your podcast doing, man?
Ooh, she booming. She bunking. She all of that. Yeah. I'm proud of my baby. She about to be 2 years in December. December the 9th. She'll be 2 years.
That's what's up, man. Tell our listeners, man, what's your podcast?
Good Days with Gwen. I'm Gwen. Every day is a good day as long as you're allowed to see it. And that's kind of how Good Days with Gwen started. Yeah, I was, what was I doing? Recuperating, sick once again. I informed people about sickle cell awareness because I was recovering from a crisis at the time. And as well as pneumonia, and the best thing that I could do to get my lungs back was to talk. So that's what I did. I began my podcast that day, December 9th, and been going since then. I've been podcasting daily, sometimes twice a day. It varied. I didn't have nothing but time to do it because we quarantined not too long after that, and that's how I built her. I built her up. I got like 800 episodes, give or take, and so many more to go because I see it as a challenge. I want to make as many podcasts as I possibly can, while I got the birth of my own lungs to do so and tell people.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie because this what happened. I heard about Anchor FM maybe about a year before you was posting before I knew that you was posting your podcast, and I'm like, man, I need to get into it. I procrastinated. And then one day, I don't know where I seen your podcast at. I don't know if it was Facebook or I don't know where I seen it at, but I seen your podcast. I'm like, I wonder how she do her podcast. And then I heard that you said you did it on Anchor FM. I'm like, man, I heard because I like Gary. I don't know if you know who Gary V is, but Gary V was pushing Anchor. You gotta know Gary V too. You gotta look him up.
Okay.
Gary V was pushing Anchor FM. And I was like, oh, it's that same podcast that she did. And then it's so easy to do Anchor FM. Like, it's really so easy.
Press the button.
Have a phone, press the button.
Boom.
Oh,
you get paid. You get paid.
You know what I'm saying? Easy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I wonder how she doing it. I'm like, if she doing it, I mean, she doing it, other people doing it, I know I can do it too.
You can do it too.
So I'm like, man, she is one of the people that actually, like, made me hurry up and get up and do it. Cause I'm sometimes can be a procrastinator, but I'm a perfectionist. Like, I like stuff to be perfect. Like, I got all this. I rented a building. I rented the office. I decorated. I mean, I did the floors, I did everything in here all myself. Great. And I'm like, I want everything to be perfect before I start. And stuff wasn't perfect when I started because procrastination will kill you for real. You gotta stop procrastinating. Stop trying to be perfect with everything you do because hey, that's life. So I listened to your podcast. I'm like, okay. And I think I messaged you and asked you something about it. Matter of fact, I messaged you and asked you how you did your podcast, and you told me Anchor FM. And I'm like, okay. That's what's up. So I got into it. I started doing my podcast. And even now, today, the reason why I messaged you and the reason why, because I just keep seeing your podcast on Facebook.
I'm glad that
I keep seeing it. I'm like, man, I got me a whole office. I got me a whole podcast studio. I'm doing all this, but I don't put enough episodes out. And every time I turn around, you got episodes out.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, I have to get on my game.
You got it.
So I was like, man, I need to get her in to do a podcast. I need to get her in to do a podcast. So that's what's up, man. You encouraged me. You motivated me to get off my butt. You know, go ahead and get it.
Look, but let me tell you about your podcast, because you be running and podcasting. Like, kudos to you. I don't know about her running and podcasting, but you do that. And I was like, oh, he can run and podcast. I'm asleep out here, basically. But keep doing that, because who does that? You know what I'm saying? It's live. Like, you feel there with you going through, when you talking and going through rain, or you hear the cars flying past. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that that's epic. Like, keep that.
Hey, I got that from I listen to, I listen to a lot of YouTube. A lot of people that motivate me, I just listen to. And for sure, I'll be like at work for like 10 to 12 hours. So I listen to podcasts and YouTube and different podcasts like for 12 hours every day. So like that's just what I do. So where I got that from was this guy. He's not a podcaster, but he been on podcasts. This dude is a beast. I'm talking about like a beast. This dude, his name David Goddins or something like that. But he been through like I think he say 3 hell weeks or something like that. That's like something that the Navy SEAL do, where they put you in intense training and stuff like that. He does 8 consecutive 100-mile runs.
Ooh, bless his heart.
In 25, you had to run 100 miles in 24 hours. He did that 8 consecutive times in a row.
Ooh.
This dude, every time I run, that's who I'm listening to when I'm running. I'm listening to his podcast. Like, I'm like, man, it's so encouraging, man. That's where I got that from, though, because he's a beast, and like I used to be like a real big sport person. I used to do track, cross country, and play football for 1 year in middle school. Man, I'm just real hype on like getting up there and doing something. Yeah. So yeah, he one of my biggest motivations. And a couple other ones that I listen to, but that's where I get that from.
Yeah, that's a particular niche that a lot of people don't pay attention to, that a lot of people actually like. For people who aren't as active, it makes you feel like, I'm gonna get up one day. Yeah. Because I'm like, one day I'm gonna run a podcast. I ain't did it yet. One day I just might. But it's good to have that. Yeah. That is inspirational.
And it's real good. You know, I like it more so for, I challenge myself. You know, I challenge myself. I be like, well, if I can do 3 miles this day or 3 miles that day, whatever many miles this day, I can look back and say, man, I remember how hard this was. And then if I'm going through a particular challenge, then I'd be like, I just ran this amount of miles, and if I can go through that, I can go through this. So I just look at it as a challenge. I'm challenging myself.
Yes, that's what life is about. Challenge yourself, so that way you know what your possibilities or your ends or what you just not willing to do. If you don't try, you'll never know. And I used to stay in a state of fear and procrastination just because I was like, everybody else telling me I got the sauce, but I don't even feel saucy. So until I started feeling saucy within myself is when I was like, you know what? Balls to the wall. Fuck it, hop in the bucket. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna bet on myself because everybody else is.
That's what's up.
So why not take that initiative and do it for yourself or hype yourself up? I'll be making podcasts, so I'm gonna hype yourself. I am my own biggest hype man first before anybody else could be. Yeah, and then but you need people to hype you up.
Yeah, I would listen to that one part when you first did it. What did you say? Higher energy.
I
was listening. I'm like, okay, that's kind of dope.
Right? The kids sing. My babies be singing.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's kind of dope. Let me listen to that. I thought about putting it on my thing and doing some little music to it and everything. I'm like, okay.
Listen, get into it. It's a movement. One day it's gonna catch fire. I'm telling you.
That's what's up, though. Yeah, that's what's up. I appreciate it. Yeah. But man, let me get into some more of these questions.
I'm here for the questions. This is my first time being like in a whole session studio thing.
Oh, for real? That's
yes.
I'm happy I can be that guy.
we reaching new levels. We on new levels out here.
Yeah, that's really where we gotta get it. We gotta get it.
Yeah, by any means.
But yeah, man, I don't have too many more questions, but matter of fact, I did have one question. I meant to just put this on your Facebook page.
What?
I want wanted to ask you about the one episode that you did. You was talking about, I think it was last month with mental awareness and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you had 2 guys on there, and I don't know their name, but shout out to both of them.
Yeah.
Because like we was all like I was saying on the podcast, that like a lot of times men don't come out and talk, so it was good to hear.
Yeah.
And it was good. You being that outlet. You being that person.
Shout out to Sauce God. That was Sauce God and the Podfather OGAD Devin McCoy. Yep.
Shout out to both of them. Y'all go check them out, whatever social media, whatever platform they got. Check them out. They actually, having a conversation about men having this conversation about mental awareness and all that. Yeah. But with that being said, I was listening to that podcast, and I don't think I heard your whole example about you were saying how to deal with, like, if you were the person that was dealing with mental illness. I don't think I remember hearing the
whole spiel.
Yeah.
I would say in totality of that conversation, we with therapy, being a therapist, they haven't their whole thing was therapy. They don't, because speaking is a part of therapy, and having a therapist listen to you, or just having that safe space is a part of what could help somebody who does have some type of mental issues. And I think it starts with just seeking help or calling that hotline that they have for people who need it. It's so many different ways to reach out in getting help with situations like that. It varies though, because maybe therapy doesn't work for a person. There's other places that need the help. So that's why I say those hotlines are the places to really go to, or even YouTube and Facebook are now more savvy in telling people, hey, you can go here, there, and look this up in your state or your community. Right. They have that, and I think people should always look out and reach out for help. Say something. It's really the whole part. Right. As black men, black women, say something, because you really just don't know what people are going through. And a lot of us are taught to keeping it in and it'll go away, or in a lot of cases praying it away. I'm not saying prayer doesn't work. All I'm saying is put a little action behind that prayer and get some therapy, because there are people on this earth that God, I believe, put and intended for people to help and seek counsel. And therapy is a real thing, because we're faced with so many things, whether it's trauma, the pandemic, or death, grief, adulthood, childhood traumas, marriage, divorce, adoption, whatever, single parent home, full family home. Right. It's all type of stuff that people deal with, and nobody really says anything about it. So I believe that just speaking up, or just finding somebody you can confide in can help. Getting a journal, practicing yoga, meditation. There's so many things to do. But that's why I say, if it don't apply, let it fly. So do whatever's applicable to you.
That's right. And I think on that podcast too, because of what you were just saying, like, just talk about it. That can be a therapeutic method. So I think you were saying about how you dealt with your brother. Was that your brother that you were talking about?
Yes, my big brother.
And you, I think, that was one of the reasons why you started your podcast?
That was absolutely. This is podcasting is my coping mechanism, my safe place. It's helped me through a lot, and just being transparent. I didn't even know being transparent was a thing until I was just that. Right. And people like, oh, I commend you for being. I'm like, okay, I'm just telling y'all how I'm feeling out here. Right. And nobody really knows until you say something. So that's exactly right. I advocate for my brother. I let people know, because I'm still here. He's still here. Right. And nobody knows you're hurting unless you say something. Right. And there was a lot of times that I wanted to act in darkness and operate in some mean activities. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And I chose not to, because I feel more powerful than that. That would have made me, in a sense, I think that's kind of weak to go that low. Right. When I know I'm meant for something so much higher. Exactly. So I kind of had to retune my brain to think on good things versus the things that I cannot control, like why they did it, or why he's not here. Or, it's just other ways to shift your emotions with dealing with grief. Right.
And that's what's up. And see, that's what I was talking about earlier, that, like, I have people on here that like actually been through stuff. Like she's not on here just talking like she know everything because she never been through it. Like she actually been through a lot of stuff. She actually dealt through a lot of stuff, and she talking about her experience, what she dealt with, what she been through, and is actually doing something to help other people. Because she went through that situation.
Yeah.
She started her podcast, and just to put it on me. I heard your podcast because you went through the certain situation.
Yeah.
And because you went through it, that was a way it can help somebody else.
Yes.
So now I'm taking that and I'm putting this out here where I can be able to have other people come to help other people. So that it just keep on going.
It's a revolving door.
See what I'm saying?
You know, you put goodness out, goodness comes back.
That's right.
I'm a big believer in energy and frequency and all that good holistic stuff. So
that's right.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. Well, I ain't gonna hold you much longer. I just have one more question for you.
Sure. Questions away.
For that one person, I always like to ask this to all my listeners because I think everybody that come on this podcast or maybe watching your podcast, maybe watching my podcast, listening to it, I think that they ought to get value out of what we saying or what's going on. And I always ask, what's that one piece of information that you want to leave that one person that may be listening to this podcast? I mean, it can be about the topic, it can be about whatever, like just one piece of wisdom that you want to leave to somebody that it may help them.
Oh yeah,
all
right.
Piece of
little piece. I guess I can spur a few, tidbits here and there is that your body, listen to it now or later. Either way, you're gonna listen. Invest in yourself. If you don't expect nobody else to. Another one is ownership is everything. Entrepreneurship is where it's at. Teach your kids that they don't have to depend on a system or a crutch. In my opinion, they could actually be that business or that domineering thing that's out there that they want to be. Tell them that they already are. Instill in them now that they're already powerful queens and kings now versus later. Because learning this now is like, oh my God, had I known this when I was 7.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But let's not dwell on the past. Stay focused on the future. And with that, just understand that the generations behind us are waiting on us to walk in our purpose. It's already written. It's just about you getting your footwork together and getting in position to receive your blessings and your lessons. That's what I got. And drink a lot of water. Hydrate. A lot of us don't feel good because we're not drinking water.
You know what I'm saying?
But your body is mad, then your mind is too. So invest in yourself. Book you a massage with Gwen's Gifted Massage. Check me out on Good Days with Gwen, Spotify, Anchor FM, as well as Podbean.com.
Okay. Plug your massage therapy. Plug that in there too. Where can they catch you to get your massage? Get a massage at?
Google me. You literally can Google Gwen's Gifted Massage. Surely can.
That's what's up.
Yeah, without giving out my direct number, if you really inquiring about me, Google me. Find out. Look at the reviews. A plus standing and good reviews. So.
See, I ain't there yet. She said Google me. I ain't there yet. You Google me, you may find some old men, some young men. You may find some man.
You got a common name.
One day I Googled myself. I found somebody that was in prison or something like that.
Dang, whole time.
Yeah, a lot of time people with that same name, Thomas L. Brown, be in prison. So I ain't there yet. You can't Google me there yet, but hey, you gonna Google me one day and you gonna see me pop right up.
Yeah.
It's gonna say entrepreneur.
Period.
It's gonna say, hey, I'm gonna be that person that's gonna get East St. Louis together because hey, it needs to happen.
It's happening already.
Nobody else doing it. I'm gonna get it.
You in a bank, bro. You doing big things. People don't just get places in banks. Like, this ain't in common. You crazy?
Gotta make it happen.
Yes. No excuses. They'll kill you, right?
for sure.
I like that.
Well, she had already plugged that information in. Y'all know, get on her podcast on all the podcast platforms. Check out our Good Days with Gwen. You know, if y'all want to get a massage, Google her name. You know where she at.
Gwen's gift massage.
And also, you all can, put that comment in the comment section below.
Yeah.
You know, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe.
Please.
Hey, I need them likes, I need them comment, and I need them subscribers, man.
Subscribe. All my subscribers. Ooh, hit them up. Hit them up. I got like 2,000, so tell them plug yourself.
Come on over here and holler at me. Come on over here and holler.
Yeah, what your stuff is. Tell them what your stuff is, man.
You can catch me on Bout The Business. Not but Bout The Business. I'm on YouTube. You should see this podcast. I'm going to be on there. So, catch me on my Facebook. Thomas B. Thomas Brown. Catch me on my Facebook. My Instagram. Just catch me on all the platforms, man. I'm there.
You got it.
That's it.
That was what's up. 618, we out here.
For sure, we
doing
it.
And we put the clean out. Ain't you doing your clean out at the end of the month?
See, my cleanup. So I have a nonprofit. It's called BTF. My nonprofit, we focus on making a better life for our children, so they can grow up in an environment where they can actually get help. So, but what we do cleanup on every last Saturday of the month. We're gonna be out with another group that actually do cleanups and focus on getting the city clean. Their group name is Rec Team. You can find them on Facebook. And we're gonna be out there with them. I think we partner with East St. Louis, the city. We're gonna be partner with them. We're gonna be all out there cleaning up the city. Hey, because they need to get done. If nobody else doing it, how it's gonna get done if they don't have somebody out here doing it? So, that's what we do on the last Saturday of the month. Do not forget, plug that into your calendar. Hit my Facebook page, hit my YouTube, hit everywhere you can find me, and just inquire about it. I'll give you the information. I'll send you the information, and hey, let's get it.
Let's get it. Good Days with Gwen. Take me out.
We gotta holler at y'all. This is About The Business.
About the business.